All right, hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here. And with today's video, as you can see, I have the new OnePlus 9 5G here. Now I picked this up from T-Mobile. It did say that they weren't gonna have these available in store until April 2nd, but day one of pre-ordering through OnePlus or through T-Mobile, it actually showed it was in stock on T-Mobile's website. So I went ahead and did it. And sure enough, it was in stock. I did overnight shipping. It left, I think, Saturday, doesn't ship on Sunday, but I got it here today on Monday. So ran home from work and wanted to knock this video out for y'all. So this phone comes in at $729. It is the 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage version. The color is the Astral Black. So since I had the option to do black, I wanted it. I was kind of hoping it was going to be a matte black color, but of course it's a shiny black. But I have not put my eyes on it yet. I have not even broken the seal yet here. So I am going to do a very much first impressions of this phone with y'all as I unbox it. So as far as the box goes here, it's the traditional kind of super long red box, OnePlus 9 5G branding here. Co-developed with the Hasselblad info here. On this side, you do have that Hasselblad logo. On this side here, you do have a OnePlus logo. Looks like I had a little nick in the box from shipping. And then of course, nothing at the bottom, just kind of the normal stuff at the top. And then flipping it over, you have this black back here, kind of a breakdown of some of the stuff. So it is 5G compatible. Of course, it's got the 888 Qualcomm Snapdragon chip. It's a 6.55 inch full HD plus AMOLED display, triple camera setup, 4,500 milliamp battery, and they do remind you that you can't take it out. Warp charge 65, wireless charging supported. So finally you're getting wireless charging support on their base model. And then Oxygen OS based on Android 11. And then just some, Qualcomm logo, Dolby Atmos, Bluetooth. There is nothing on the back talking about IP68 certification, but for a fact, the T-Mobile versions are IP68. So definitely getting that compatibility as far as resistance to rain and all that. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy opened here. So I'm just gonna kind of, without destroying the box, try to cut it there. Cut it there. And let's kind of do the shake and pull out. And as I'm pulling out here, you can see kind of the Hasselblad, embossed logo there, OnePlus there. So they're real big on reminding you that it is got that co-development with Hasselblad. So as far as popping it out there, there is something in here, but I don't know if I can get it out. Maybe it's nothing, I don't know. But either way, it looked like you can pull it out, but it looks like it's stuck in there. Here's the phone, but let's go ahead and just kind of put that to the side here real quick and see what we get inside the box. So kind of lift up here and looky there, you get a charger. So charging brick actually, so it's that Warp Charge 65, super fast charging brick here. Of course, it's got the OnePlus logo there. So there, Type-C obviously port. And then of course the traditional red USB-C to USB-C charging cable there. So you have that there. And then of course inside here, let's go ahead and take a peek at what comes inside here. So we'll just kind of pull it all out here. So it looks like, well, looks like there's some more stuff down here. All right, so it looks like you're gonna be getting your sticker set up here again. So instead of it saying OnePlus 9 on them, like the 8T, it had like an 8T sticker, just has some OnePlus logos, never settle, all that there. And then of course, got your SIM card stuff. So I'll just kind of put that there. And then a welcome start guide, just kind of a breakdown start guide of everything, but we won't really dive into any of that because I don't want to waste your time with this video on all that stuff there. So as far as everything goes with the actual unboxing of the phone, here is the phone itself. So let's go ahead and peel off the plastic. And there is the actual phone. So let me go ahead and take off the sticker here. And there we have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a real quick wipe down of it, because with this back, it is a fingerprint magnet, unfortunately. And there is the Astral Black OnePlus 9 from T-Mobile. So as you can see here, you have the OnePlus logo there. You do have your triple camera setup here. So of course, as everyone knows, it's a 48 megapixel wide angle, and then a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and then that 2 megapixel like monochrome camera, which, to be honest with you guys, I have no clue why they do that. It feels silly to me. It's a waste of money. They could have put that money towards something else, but that's just my opinion. Comment down below and let me know if you actually use this 2 megapixel monochrome camera. I personally really don't take black and white photos, and when I do, I just take it with a regular picture and then just use a filter. So that's just me. And then of course you got your flash here. So this is kind of the camera bump here. And as you can see, when I change the angle, the light hitting it, you do have this very faint Hasselblad logo there. So have that there. And then of course, around the back, it is just a fingerprint and smudge magnet, unfortunately. But I mean, I wish they would have went with a matte finish, but I'm probably gonna put a skin on it. It's gonna have a case on it. So at the end of the day, I guess it's not a huge deal breaker. Going to the sides here, you do have a shinier side. You got your power button here. You got your alert slider there as a traditional true OnePlus fashion there. And so you got that. And then when you wrap around to the bottom here, you do have your SIM tray right there. And then of course, a USB Type-C port, and then your speaker grills here at the bottom. And then when you wrap around to the side here, you do have your volume up and down rockers here. So up and down there. And then when you do go around to the top, you just have that mic cutout there up top. But as you can see here, it is just a little bit different shade of black here on the side. So it's more of a black, and looking at it, to be honest with you, when I look straight on at it, it doesn't really look just completely black, because when the light's hitting it in different angles, I don't know, I'm kind of seeing a tint of charcoal, maybe even a tint of like a purple in there a little bit. So it's not just a complete flat black, which I was hoping for, but it's okay, because like I said, I am going to be putting a skin on it. And then while I'm chatting here, I'm gonna go ahead and boot it up here and get it turned on, see if there's any juice in it from out of the box. And there is. So we'll go ahead and get this powered on. So it is a 6.55 inch full HD display. So it's a flat display, as you can see here. So it is a flat display. It is an AMOLED screen. So you do get a really nice, beautiful screen with this device. It gets super bright from everything that I've read. Obviously, you do have the selfie hole punch camera there on the top corner there. But as far as the bezels go, you aren't getting a completely seamless look. So you do have some bezels. It's not super chunky, to be honest with you. It's not terrible at all with the flat display on the 9 Pro, since it does fold over a little bit. It does give it more of an appearance of the bezel-less look, but with the 9, I would rather take these bezels and have a flat display versus the latter. That's just me. So let me go ahead and get this booted up and go through everything, and then we'll go ahead and touch more on the phone itself. Okay, so finally got it booted up. Took a little bit longer than anticipated, but there is the beautiful big 6.55 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display. So right out of the box, I just kind of did like the backup from everything goes. Oh, so I see here, still need to do some stuff. So I noticed here already, I need to change this setting, because it looks like the swipe down out of the box has kind of this here versus just the notification shade. So I just need to change that, but not a big deal. So interesting that they have that. So it's kind of like, you know, step counter, all this here. So I definitely won't. I would prefer the notification shade, but that's just me. But it is a 6.55 inch full HD AMOLED display. So it gets super bright. I think it said the max nits was 1100. I've heard some people say 1300. So to be determined with testing, and I'll do a little more digging on that. But like I said, it is a 6.55 inch display. Here in the top left-hand corner, you do have your selfie camera punch. So I'll see if I can kind of get a better view of that there for y'all, but you can see it whenever I angle it. It's a 16 megapixel front-facing camera. So it does the job. It can record up to 1080, 30 frames per second on the front. And then touching on the cameras on the back, like I said, you are getting a 48 megapixel wide angle lens or standard shooter, if whatever you want to call it, a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. And that's going to be huge for the folks that like ultra wide pictures, because everything from what I've heard and seen on YouTube, it does a good job. It does pretty much kind of blow out a lot of wide angle or ultra wide angle cameras. So that's pretty cool. And once again, like I said, you do get that 2 megapixel camera for the monochrome, but I will probably never take advantage of that. And you do get Gorilla Glass on the front and back. As you can see here, you do have that ambient, always on type of display here. So that is something that I absolutely love. I did go ahead and set up the fingerprint reader. As you can see, the placement's a little awkward where it's super low, and that's something that everyone's been talking about. Because if you see, like on my Galaxy S21, you can kind of see where the differences are with the fingerprint scanners. So, but you can also see the difference in size here. So this is the Galaxy S21, this is the OnePlus 9, and you can see right off the bat that difference in size. So this is a 6.2 inch, this is 6.55 inch. It's a little bit wider, as you can see as well. So I'll do kind of more of a video of like the comparing and contrasting of these two phones. But right out of the box, my first impressions is that even though this is a bigger phone, it really doesn't feel like it's that giant. Yes, I can touch my fingers a lot easier with the Samsung Galaxy S21, but at the end of the day, I'm not terribly too upset that it is a little bit wider, because once again, it is a bigger screen. As far as the battery goes inside of this bad boy, it is a 4,500 milliamp battery. I have not been able to test everything yet, but with that Warp Charge 65T charger that comes standard inside the box, it is going to take this bad boy from 0 to 100% in about 30 minutes, which is awesome considering my Samsung Galaxy S21, it takes a lot longer to charge because you don't get that super fast 65 watt charging. So even though you aren't getting a removable battery and stuff like that, you are, like I said, getting that super fast charging. Now, as far as the weight goes, from everything that I've seen as far as specs, it does say that it weighs around 192 grams. In the United States, or at least it says in the United States or Europe, it's 180 or 183 grams in India and Canada. But 192 grams with no case on it right now. It does not feel heavy at all. It feels really good in the hands, to be honest with you. You do have dual SIM as far as this goes. If you wanted to put a dual SIM in here, I usually just use one. Once again, it is a 1080 by 2400 pixel count here. That's a 20:9 aspect ratio as well. Like I said, since this is the T-Mobile version, you are getting the IP68 rating, and as you can see there, that's my first time actually using that, and it's very fast, very responsive. I only set up my right thumb. I have not done my left one yet like I usually do, but seems very quick, so very excited about that. And it does have the Android 11 Oxygen OS style here, so I will be going through this a little more in depth, but just for the video purposes, you can see that buttery smoothness of the 120 hertz. So you can do 120 or 60. You'll get better battery life performance with 60 hertz, but I would rather drain the battery a little faster and get the buttery smooth 120 hertz fluid buttery smoothness out of it. So as you can see here, it's just very smooth and very responsive there. And like I did mention, this is the 8 gig, 128 gigs of storage version here. So as you can see, with everything that I've added to it from my S21 over, I'm at 26 gigs right now, almost 27 gigs used out of my 128. I can free up the storage, I can do all that here. And one thing I forgot to touch on is the video capabilities of the actual video cameras on here. So obviously you got the Hasselblad color calibrations and everything like that. You can record up to 8K 30 frames per second with this phone. Honestly, I won't be. I will be taking more advantage of the 4K and 1080. So you can do 4K at 30 or 60 frames and 1080 all the way up to 240 frames per second. Auto HD, all that good stuff. HDR10 plus, you name it, as far as all that goes. So that's kind of it, guys. I'm not gonna really dive into much more other than just the unboxing experience with this. So as you can see, it is a fingerprint and smudge magnet, but it is what it is. But I will be doing a full review and breaking down a lot of the smaller things with this. So hit that like button, guys, comment down below, let me know what y'all think about the OnePlus 9 for T-Mobile and if you scooped it up and if you already got it. And then obviously hit that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe out there, guys, and we will see you on the next one.